right. Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who teach and rule well. And peace and salutations to Yahakim out there pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure until the end. As we keep saying, if you Akim are keeping your eyes on the news and in these scriptures, you can see that things are falling apart with each passing day. We're getting closer and closer to all hell just breaking loose out here. Just this past Monday, they didn't talk about it too much in the news, but over in Syria, they're talking about an offensive in the Idlib province, which is the last major stronghold of rebel fighters over there, which are just CIA mercenaries. And Turkey and Russia tried to come to an agreement to have a demilitarized zone in that area so they could put off that offensive, because they know that once this offensive starts, that the U.S. and Israel and the Western European powers are going to try to create a false flag to further instigate an incident in that region. And that Monday night, there was a airstrike in that region of Syria, as well as a French frigate that was shooting missiles as well. And amongst all that, a Russian, I believe it was some kind of patrol plane, was shot down. And what the Western powers were trying to do was try to goad Russia into retaliating against that French frigate or those Israeli jets, so they can invoke that NATO law to where if one NATO member is attacked, then all NATO members are dragged into it. So without a lot of people knowing, World War III could have started this past Monday. That's just going to show the signs of the times that the Most High is making that window of opportunity for repentance that much smaller and smaller. Now I'm going to start it off with Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 15. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered, which is pretty much saying that nothing is going to avert these major prophecies from coming to their fulfillment. No peace treaties or ceasefires. That battle in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, which is that Middle East region, is one of the key parts of prophecy.
This Jeremiah 10 and 17.
Good.
It says, gather up thy wares out of the land, O inhabitants of the fortress. For thus said Yahweh, behold, I will sling out the inhabitants of the land at this once, and will distress them, that they may find it so, man. Because the comfort of... Oh, you going? Yeah, because the comfort level that Esau is at right now, man. Well, really, they're not at the comfort level, but they are their heads so far off their asses, man, and they pride have all the way overtaken them, man. You know what they do? They feel like they're gonna have their houses shall remain forever, man. I got one quick one real quick. This is Ezekiel 6. It's a lot. 6 and 10. It says, and they shall know. I really can read 9. I'm really taking the point. And they shall know that I am Yahweh, and that I have not said in vain that I would do this evil unto them, man. Because they sat in the congregations of the north, and in their mountains, and in their high areas, and in their lofts, thinking that no evil shall be rendered unto them. Y'all got it, though, man.
This is Ecclesiastes 3. I'm gonna start at 1. It says everything has a season and time to every purpose in the heavens. It says a time to be born, a time to die, and a time to plant. A time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up.
If you don't mind me saying, you got some more. I just wanted to add to that, though. That's the time we in, man. We in the time of mass death, man. We in the time where Esau is putting himself in a position to where a lot of people are about to start falling, man. Majorly, man. Go ahead.
It says a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn, a time to dance, a time to cast down stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. It says a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rent and a time to sow, a time to keep silent and a time to speak. So this is the point. A time to love and a time to hate. Time of war and a time of peace.
And that's the time we in right now, man. And through the spirit, you have to know how to spiritually discern what time we in, man. And honestly, carnally, you can understand what time we in, man. You can clearly see that ain't no peace going on right now. All these tariffs, Donald Trump putting on these different countries, man. Like they got friction going on right now, man, that this place, probably should have been, it probably should be fucked up yesterday, man.
Like
You know?
another thing, you said there's a time to love and a time to hate, and there's a time for war. You can't get no peace without war. That goes together. That's the only way peace ever came.
They got a saying: if you want peace, prepare for war. Which is what all these nations around the world are doing. They're trading in those plowshares for those swords. They're buying up all those military assets. And that's what a lot of those tariffs are going into. The U.S. just put some more tariffs on China because they were buying Russian arms because they know that they're eventually going to use those arms against the U.S.
Matthew 24:2. And Yahushua said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another. There shall not be thrown down. That shall not be thrown down.
I say something that's going to ultimate the destruction of America. There's going to be no stone turned up on another here, man. Everything is going to be real about its place. You know, you people around here bullshitting things again. Half you copper top shit don't even know what the fuck happened 2 seconds ago, man. As far as on the geopolitics scale, man, you niggas don't know a goddamn thing. You deadhead women don't know a goddamn thing, man. Okay? So when you get into that, man, it's ultimately talking about the destruction, man. Okay? Talking about the destruction because brothers bringing out valid information about NATO, valid information about Russia, and different other foreign countries, man. You know, when I was even I was in oil and gas, we had put an embargo on Russia because we found out, they found out that which they put it on Cuba and a bunch of them. But before that, what they found out Russia was doing, Russia would actually go buy the valves from us, different units of big ass steel meters that would pretty much measure different liquid that goes through it. They were turning into bullets and shit, man. They were turning into Scud missiles and shit, man. So this, like the brothers is going into, that's what America, that's what the nation is doing. They're taking the agriculture weapons, the agriculture tools, the average everyday shovel and rake and shit like that. They turning that to weapons, man. Weapons of war. For that great day, man. Go ahead, huh?
And it says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciple came unto him, privately saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the signs of thy coming in the end of the world?
I can say that's what we're doing right now. We're standing on that watchtower. We're standing on that watchtower, blowing that trumpet, letting you sincere Akim out there know what the signs of the times are. That this isn't a time for love or peace. This is a time for hate and war.
Right.
You got guys out there trying to get that GED. Well, not GED. You trying to get that PhD and the high level degrees and shit. Yeah. Yeah, he trying to get that. He trying to find that nice boo, that wife and shit, and all these other goddamn manner of things you chasing out here in the world, man. It ain't time for that shit, man. Do you literally see what's going on? What you want to say?
I was going to say they're looking for that American dream, man.
Yeah, that dream is going to turn into a terrible nightmare.
That's right.
I mean, Freddy Krueger going to fucking tap dance in your goddamn head, man, in that day, man. And literally, when you watch this shit, all these high, prissy ass Edomite women and women that just walk around carelessly, it's going to be a nightmare out here, man. We literally was talking before this video. You going to have men out here getting raped, women going to get raped, okay? You gonna get cut to ear, man, out here in these streets. That's how vicious it's gonna get out here, man.
And go ahead. If I could say, the Most High's put a lot of you women in a trick bag with Instagram. You're on there showing your body parts, marking your location through that GPS. So you got a lot of freaks out there that know exactly what they're gonna do when 911's not around anymore. They're gonna make a beeline straight to where you're at.
Yeah, in the time of Jacob's trouble, the freaks ain't gonna come out at night. They gonna come out in the daytime.
All hours of the day.
Some serious shit. They gonna come out in the day and night.
That's the spirit that they're in right now.
Yeah.
They got a lot of that wild shit going on. I just was telling y'all earlier about the shit with the Edomite in the park, man.
trying to ravish a motherfucking old fucking Edomite, man. 70, 80-year-old Edomite, man.
No age is safe. No animal is safe. No car muffler is
wild,
safe.
man. It's gonna get wild out here. Yeah, you about to say
Go
something.
ahead.
I got a quick precept though for all of you trying to get your GED and whatever out here. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 4. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of grinding is low, and grinding is meaning work. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And you can clearly see the grinding is low in this place. How many cars do you see driving around with that Lyft or Uber sign in it?
Oh, plenty.
Plenty. Because this is becoming a gig economy where you're pretty much a private contractor because all these jobs are having to, all these places of business are having to shut down because they can't maintain that $15 an hour minimum wage. And also in these higher places of learning, a lot of those older people want that job security, so they're not leaving. So a lot of these young and upcoming people have to move to those gig economy jobs.
Yeah. That's what you got, man.
Like I said, it's like when you see when it happens, when you're getting raped out here in America, it's not gonna be America. It's gonna be these foreigners that's really gonna get you because they're not gonna understand nothing you're saying, and they ain't gonna have no pity. And look at her.
Yeah, there's gonna be these bug outs over here too. You go into these goddamn websites showing you the sex offenders. I mean, they everywhere. I mean, they're next door to you, man. These bitches gonna be unleashed. All these prison houses, all these rubber, they're gonna open the prison house that day, man. You said New Orleans New Orleans in the time of Katrina was a staple, a focal point on how it's gonna be in that day, man. You know, I'm up there literally watching CNN. They got on two-lane road. They had inmates running down two-lane, man, to downtown where we at now, with orange suits on. Then an hour after the fact, that's when you heard about all the rapists and chaos going on, man. You know, this brother here was actually in that place, man. The motherfucker was stampeding, say something happened and the water coming up, some shit, and the motherfucker snatching your kids, man. I got a scripture on that too.
Bringing them on the second floor, man.
Yeah.
Hey, because you got to think about it. It was people who live outside in it. You know what I'm saying? They live under the bridge, who probably don't have moral values, you know. Obviously you don't if you go live under the bridge.
And they got demons on.
You got demons on you. The Lord ain't dealing with you. Like he said, for the father.
What I was gonna say though, a lot of people pass up these different homeless people. You call them bums and eat out of trash. You gonna get well acquainted with that lifestyle, man. I'm serious.
I'm good when you struggling trying to.
Because they've been through the struggle.
They've been doing it for 20 years. They're gonna be the
It's easy for them to adjust.
They're gonna be the people with one eye open amongst the blind. Because half you motherfuckers, you don't know what to do with it. Without eating 3 days, 5 days meal, McDonald's and shit, man.
It's gonna be like in Mad Max. They're gonna be the ones wearing all the football pads and the body armor, while you're the ones getting sold out to sex slavery during that time.
That's why in the scriptures the Lord said don't be a gluttonous, man, teaching you how not to eat certain days. Sometimes you ain't gonna be able to eat.
And if I could also say, back on you women during this times of Jacob's trouble, I don't know if a lot of people have heard about it. The brother Malcolm brings it up. It's called a MGTOW, or men going their own way. There's a whole community of men out there who can't get women, so they're all on the internet talking about what they're going to do to women if they get the chance. The Most High is putting that John Wayne Gacy spirit on these people out here to be death angels.
That Conan spirit is live in effect down here. Motherfuckers, I mean, watching you women ass, they killing women out here, man. They don't give a shit. That Conan spirit is in the play, man. Yeah, go ahead. I'm still tripping on it.
Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Really, Jeff. I was going to say, as I said, because iniquity have abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And this is the most iniquitous place on the planet Earth. Every perversion is allowed in this country, so it's made people numb to being attached to anybody or anything. So they're out here just trying to fill their basic needs, and it's wax. And these people have food now; they have food and shelter to an extent. As we were just talking, what are you going to do when there's no food, no shelter, no electricity, no internet or anything? That love is going to wax cold.
We seeing some live bait now, man. Instantly. You dress provocative in that day, you're gone. You know, because we gonna literally see what they've been teaching us in school about surviving,
Survival of the fittest.
survival of the fittest, man.
That's the philosophy Esau puts out there. Is that
That's
this is a
what-
godless world.
If you can remember, I don't know one of you brothers can remember. There's a term they say the nature amongst the. They say something about the nature amongst the people or
The law of the jungle.
The law of the
jungle.
Yeah, the law of
Nature of the
the
beast.
world. Survival of the fittest is the number one rule or law.
Oh yeah.
That's
That's something
I
that
thought that's it.
Darwin said.
Yeah.
I know exactly.
Rule
what
of
you're
the
talking
jungle. Is that it?
Oh,
I think I know what you're talking about.
they put it in the nature of animals and
about.
people.
Yeah.
Man, the survival of the fittest. The
survival.
stronger,
The strong survive.
the smartest gonna outlive the ones that are weak. And we know this are the ones that's on the pills and taking shots.
In wheelchairs.
Yeah, you done.
He's gonna be like home.
You're gonna be meat.
Because if you think about it, those people that's on those things, they suffer with different anxieties and depression, and they gonna be bugged the
Hell
fuck
no,
out
man.
all the time.
Some people can't even go a couple of hours without pain medication because their back or whatever body part's so messed up that they're in agonizing pain. Many are going to see death in that day and not find it.
Yeah.
Oh, I got the scripture right here. This is Second Ezra 16 and 46. For strangers shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses, and take their children's captives. When in captivity and in famine, they shall get children.
That's right, man. See, in the time of war, man, there ain't no mercy on nothing, man.
Everything is
Women and children are the first target once a place is taken over in a time of war. That's the first thing you hear about is rape.
It'd be like Ramsey, like it's gonna be. It reminds me of actually the movie The Road when the guy and his son went down into the house
Yeah.
in the basement. They had 10 people down there, man, captives, naked.
Missing body parts because what the people would do is they take a leg off here and there, cook that up, and leave the people to be down there. That's how it's going to be in that day. And also, another scene in that movie is the guy and his son were on a hilltop watching his mother and her daughter running, and you saw a bunch of trucks coming after them, and the lady stopped. It was like, "Oh, don't do anything." You just heard a gunshot. And
That's how it's gonna be, man.
speaking of a woman and her daughter,
Yeah, that's the Most High, man. That's the Most High, because the Most High is seeking what we talking about. He giving an example, man. And they're gonna be the ones. They're gonna be the ones that get got like that.
I was gonna say like in the spirit of the beginning of the book of Eli. Remember that guy was riding a motorcycle, I think, with his girl or some shit. In the beginning of the book of Eli. And I think
they
that's
got
around
him and
it.
started taking him.
Yeah. They killed him. He was on a bike with his woman.
Yeah.
They killed him and took the woman. That was it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I have this for you too. And the Lord all for it, man. That's what war, everything that's happening, the family, all that's coming to America, women getting ravished, man. That's
It's
what you
the spirit, man. I mean, instantly the Lord allowed two women, a
to
woman
walk
and a
right
child.
by.
The pinnacle of an Edomite woman, blonde hair, all that.
This Exodus 15 and 3. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name.
You people don't understand the person you ignorantly call God. He's a man 100%, a man of war. He gets off on getting that judgment out there.
If I could say, just look at how the country is moving, man. If the law was all love, would it be going in the direction that it be going in? No, man. Obviously, the Heavenly Father is way beyond just love, man. He's about death as well, man. You know?
Because the movie will be boring without no action in it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Speaking of what the brother was saying in Ecclesiastes 3, a time for love and a time of hate, we got a bedwitch behind the camera with their Edomite man thinking that everything's going to be love and everything, but that garment's about to get ripped.
And one thing about a movie, most of the action always happens at the end.
Yeah.
It's a build-up.
Build up an action, then what happens? The hero sticks to the goddamn villain, man. The villain in this world is Esau. He's gonna get stuck with 200 million missiles, man. In a lifetime of 1,000 years of fucking slavery, man. You know?
Hey, those missiles are going to be lucky for Esau because it's just going to be it's not going to be a quick death because the Most High is going to slow it down, but he may have a little bit of rest in the spirit world before he gets born back into straight slavery for 1,000 years.
And he deserved every ounce of that slavery, too.
He's going to drink that cup to the dregs
Right.
and get rendered double for what he did to us. Did any brother have a word for yourself?
I think you can probably close it out.
Did you have one, Kaya?
Going to what y'all was saying.
Close it out.
I got one to go on what y'all was saying, that build up. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. 1 Thessalonians 5:2, it says, I'm gonna start at 1. It said, but of the times and the seasons, brother, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travaileth as a woman with child, they should not escape.
Exactly. There's no need to write unto us about that, because once they say peace and safety, sudden destruction comes. And what do you hear when you look on the U.S. fake news, CNN, or what have you? Oh, everything's okay. Trump's making the economy better. This trade war, China can't handle it. Oh, you don't have to worry. Race relations are the best they've ever been. Just go out and vote and have a good time. When if you put your eyes in the real news and look at these scriptures, you can see the world's burning on its axis.
You want alternative news, that don't match up with that bullshit they're talking about on CNN, man.
And New Orleans is a perfect example of that. We come out here every Saturday preaching this word about what's going to happen, and you got people walk by and scoff, going to Bourbon Street, getting into all manners of iniquity and madness.
Hey, but I was gonna say too, Shalaka, I was gonna say, anybody who has a hair in this show, you know that the president don't run shit. You don't follow the president. The president doesn't he doesn't control the money. The treasurer controls the money. So who you need to go find out. I forgot it's slipped my mind about the present day treasurer of America is a woman now, but it used to be a man. You don't follow the president. The president don't control the budget. You follow that motherfucker who controls the budget for the economy, man. That lets you know everything. Then from that person you go on to find out about the gold and silver, whether the prices of gold and silver right now, how they're fluctuating on the market, man. You people don't know a goddamn thing here, man.
They think paper notes is the epitome of everything.
Fiat currency.
Bullshit, man.
That's what fiat currency is always pushed in extreme once a kingdom's about to come to its end. You can look all throughout history at fiat currency right before the fall came.
That's why inflation going to get people dead in their sternum.
That was it. You had something?
Jeremiah 23:19, it says, behold, a whirlwind of Yahweh is going forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind. It shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked. The anger of Yahweh shall not return until he have executed, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart.
That's right, man. You got
in the latter days, ye shall consider it perfectly, man.
As it just said, that whirlwind of no mercy from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is about to hit this place. And we know who the wicked is as pursuant to Malachi 1 and 4, which is chiefly the Edomites, or so-called white people. That's also you two-thirds in these other nations out here who are just living as brute beasts. Once the famine of the word hits, and Jacob's trouble is in its full, and we're going to be off these highways and byways preaching, the Most High is going to open the floodgates. You're not going to find an ounce of mercy. As it says in Amos, a man may escape a bear just to run into a lion. If he escapes that lion, he'll put his hand on the doorpost and get bitten by a snake. You may get in a shootout, survive that, just to scratch your leg on a piece of bark and die from a flesh-eating bacteria. If you don't have the covering of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua on you, there's no way you're making it out of this, which is imperative to any of you out there watching this video. If you understand what we're saying, you got to get down to these highways and byways and preach while you still have that path open to you for repentance. Anybody else have? So with that, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh
Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that teach well, and peace and salutations to Ya'akim out there pushing this word of truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure until the end. Abba Ball, Kwame Yasharala. Until next time, Shalom.